Alright, we're back with another video. Today we are doing an unboxing of the PS5 Slim Edition, and we'll be taking a look at this console. We also got the stand for it too. So I remember for the first gen PS5 they did have a stand incorporated with it. The only difference with the PS5 Slim is that it's a lot smaller than the original console. And of course it has a slightly bigger hard drive, or storage space. Does also, of course, it is missing, like I said, the stand, so they make you pay for that separate now. Does have 4K and HDR. On the side, this is what the side of the box looks like. Pretty cool. Kind of futuristic in a way, like robotic kind of feel to it, especially like the controller. Anyway, we have the back part of this now, featuring Spider-Man, of course The Last of Us. I'm not sure which these two games are. I haven't seen them yet. It's supposed to be lightning speed, harness the power of a custom CPU and SSD, integrated I/O that rewrite and rules of what a PlayStation console can do. Breathtaking immersion. Discover a deeper gaming experience with support for haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and 3D audio technology. I thought that was pretty cool with the controller, having the adaptive triggers. Really kind of enhances the game, opposed to Xbox's standard controller that they release every year. It's not much of an upgrade. Stunning games, marvel at incredible graphics. Experience new PS5 features. Play a back catalog of supported PS4 games too, so you can play PS4 games as well, which is nice. And there's the side, just PS5 again. So without further ado, let's see if we can open the seal here, or even just it's like a paper seal that just comes off. Hope you guys can see okay. So opening this up, just a simple thin paper box, and I'll try and open this as carefully as possible. I do save all my boxes, so it's the reason why I'm careful with opening. Okay, so first thing that you'll see is the power cable. Your standard power cable. It looks like a pretty decent length too. And what are these? These must be like holders. We'll get into that in a moment. I've seen these clear little things, so we'll get into that in a moment. Let's see here. When we open the box, get that triangular piece out, we'll see our controller. Of course, I always leave the original controllers in the box and have a second one on hand to use as my primary controller. And then on this side, you'll get your HDMI cable, which again I also leave in the box, and you get your connector, your USB-C to USB-C connector for charging. Well, it could be used for charging or pairing the controller with the console. Of course, you can use whatever cable you would like, as long as it's USB-C to USB-C. So I guess we're actually doing this upside down. You have a PlayStation logo there. Flipping it over, it tells you to pull out the tray here. So just do that, and it just comes right out. So here's the console. Let's see if we can get that paperwork out of there first. Might be able to, yes. Okay, so your standard safety guide for the PlayStation with the table of contents. Just warranty information, stuff like that. Safety, probably for the VR stuff. Quick start guide, basically the quick start guide on how to set up your PlayStation. It's pretty cool. They actually did color, and in this little booklet, they actually did like an actual. They have like how to hook it up, and oh yeah, let's see what these little clips are for. Let's see. It says insert horizontal stand feet into the grooves of the PlayStation console. So this is if you want to set your console up horizontally. I've always heard it's best to keep it vertical, so that's what I'll be doing. So yeah, but if you have a horizontal setup, that's what these little two clear feet are for. So we won't really need those, as I already have the stand, but it's kind of cool how they actually took time to print out an actual display of the home screen dashboard in the booklet. Most of the time it's just a simple basic illustration, so the fact that they did that was kind of cool. And what's kind of cool too is you can see that they put the old PlayStation 1 logo on there, so that's another nice touch that I've seen throughout the box. So let's pull out the console. Hopefully you can get that out. They have these, like, I guess it's like a paper kind of styrofoam looking piece. It's pretty thick and durable. It's kind of like what drink trays are made out of almost. That's what it feels like to me. So I'll set those pieces aside. And here it is. Here's the main event. It's just wrapped in your typical soft touch paper here. I was kind of hoping that they would have put some sort of plastic on the shiny plastic here, because I would really hate for it to get scratched. So if anything, maybe I could get some saran wrap or something just to kind of protect it. But yeah, I don't know why they did that. I mean, we all know how what this will end up like. And there's the cat, has to be in the video. We all know how shiny plastic ends up, which was a nice touch with the first gen PlayStation, because the first gen had the matte plastic finish throughout the entire console. So this one has shiny. Even already looking at it, you can already see the little dust pockets in here from just the paper in the packaging. So yeah, here it is. It's a lot smaller than the original PlayStation, which is kind of a bonus, but it doesn't take up as much space as the other one did. It does feature the disk drive, 2 USB-C ports up here, and your power button. Of course, you get the Sony logo there, and I believe they still do the textured pattern with all the different shapes and the plastic. I'm not sure if you guys can see those. Let's see. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So that's cool. That's a nice touch that they still did, or they kept. Of course, on the back we have a HDMI, we have a Ethernet port, we have 2 USB ports, and of course the AC port. There's the vent. So let's get this set up over here. We're actually going to get it set up right next to the Xbox Series X console. This Xbox I've had since, I believe, 2020 when it came out, so it's been a great console. I always dust my consoles out too, so every chance I get, I will do that. Also, before we set up the console, let's unbox this stand, this vertical stand. Typical paper seal there. Just open that up and pull this out. And basically kind of just telling you how to install it, I would assume. And it has a little twist nut on the bottom, so it'll screw right into the PlayStation. Let's open this up. It's good to have this for elevation. So there's two pieces here. Let's see about this one. And there's also the little screw there, so I'm assuming that the way this is going to go will be like this. Something like that. And then this at the bottom, I guess, will twist onto the console. So we'll bring the PS5 back real quick just so we can take a look at what we're up against. Okay, so on the bottom of your PS5, there's this little plastic button here. In fact, we'll just throw that back in there so we don't lose it. At the bottom here, it will just attach. I'm assuming if we line it up correctly. Okay, so after taking some time to figure out putting on the stand, this piece in here is an extra piece for your other console. So of course, like the PS5 Pro, the PS5 Slim, they're going to be different models. I would assume it's for the Pro PlayStation, so that's probably why they incorporated the different fitting for the stand. So that's explanation on why it wasn't fitting correctly. So so yeah, it's easier than it is. So you just simply take off the little button there, the screw cover, and put it on the stand here, and then twist the nut on there, and it's pretty straightforward. So let's move on. Okay, so just power this thing on, and we should be getting a boot screen shortly. There we go. Getting the pretty cool startup thing. Okay, so of course let's pair the controller. If I can set you guys up.
Conecta tu control a la consola.
Okay.
Select your language.
I do not want the voice.
Continue with the screen reader turned on. Continue. No, turn.
Okay, there we go. So obviously we'll connect to my internet. Okay. So adjust HDR. We'll turn off the lights so it's easier to see. Adjust HDR, darker or brighter. Adjust the setting a second time, press it until the symbol is barely visible. Let's go back. Okay. Okay, control the amount of power consumed and the features your PS5 can use while in rest mode. If we do low power use, it would Had to disable some features, doesn't apply updates. They'll download and install when the console's on. Doesn't charge controllers. Probably just do the optimized. Of course, we'll agree to that, to the terms and conditions. And of course, update. So we'll let that finish updating. Okay, so it's going to restart. And it will install it, moving pretty quickly. And it will finish installing the update. And I think it will restart for the third time. There we go. Updating your disk drive, okay. So like, does every component on the PS5 need an update? I mean, really. You need to update your disk drive, you need to update your controller. Let's see, insert a game disk. We'll continue without a disk for now. Okay, well, we can sign in manually or sign in with the QR code. Okay, so it's gave me the option to transfer data from my other consoles. Currently, I'll do this later to transfer data from the PS4 to the PS5, but do this later. Skip and finish. And there we go. Pretty quick software update and setup guide menu. It wasn't really too difficult, or didn't really take too long. So this is it. This is the PS5. PS5 has been out for quite a while now, but nevertheless, this is basically for future time down the road. Let's say 5, 10 years, 20 years from now, people will be looking up PS5 unboxing videos, and I'm sure it will definitely bring back some nostalgic memories. But currently, this is what we have now, and who knows what other consoles we'll get in the near future. But anyway, if you like these videos, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share.